buy that palace, so don't buy Cadario, because all the owners, and I have read about it, is one of the most important contemporary museums in Venice. So look on the other side, you see the name of this big palace. Now it hosts the prefecture. The name of this palace was Ca Corner della Cagranda, home corner of the big home house, because you see that it's very big. So this symbol of Venice and of our second patron saint, San Marco, the patron saint of Venice, built in 1934. Yeah. Oh yeah. No, it's not very old in comparison with many others. But this is the second connection. The red house building here. This is an exhibition of the Biennale, because everywhere in Venice we have many exhibitions of Biennale. This building is of Count Marcello. Count Marcello is still alive, and he is a very rich and noble man. He has all this entire building, but he gave, and it's very unusual to see a private palace, because these palaces are very expensive, and just all around this part. You see, maybe the owner. Ti conosci, Andrea? It's important because it's really a hidden garden. The rich families built many of these gardens all around the Grand Canal. So this is the square, a very important square. Lived in the past. The name is San Samuele, and here Casanova. After Biennale, all these very beautiful sculptures are moved away from here.
This is I like
Biennale.
this one.
Me too.
Look at
Me
the
too.
snake's teeth.
No, it's a dragon, I think.
It's a dragon.
Maybe it's a dragon or a snake, I don't know, but called Palazzo Grassi, and it was the last palace to be built along the Grand Canal before the end of the Venetian Republic in 1797, when Napoleon Bonaparte arrived here. So it was the end of the Republic, with Naples on the top of the roof, like this one, just in front of you. It's called Altana, and everywhere in Venice we have a lot of these very beautiful terraces, where in the past the very rich ladies of Venice took sun and tried to wet their hair because they wanted to be blonde.
Oh.
So look at this path. We continue. You can see on the right, Lord Byron lived here inside just 1 year of his life, and he used to swim up and down the Grand Canal because he was a very good swimmer, and maybe the water in the past was much better than today. Probably. I think so. So the last one, the blue tents, is now they are rented apartments. And so this is the reason why it's closed. I mean, because it's too expensive. Oh, yeah. Are you in Lido?
Yeah.
Yes. Where?
Panorama.
Panorama. Yeah. Yes. And Lido is a very nice island. You know that it's linked to an Arab family, and so the Arab family renovated all the palace, and so they rebuilt in stone, like you see now. So very strong, very hard bridge. And if you look behind, you can see a terrace with a lot of people. It's now a shopping center, but in the past it was called Fonte dei Tedeschi, German warehouse, because the German population put their merchandise inside that palace. So Fonte dei Tedeschi. This is Ca Grimani, this very beautiful palace. Today this palace hosts the Court of Appeal of Venice. But in the past it was the palace of a very famous, rich family of Venice, and they organized a lot of very beautiful parties. So it was very important for this reason, because of the parties of this very rich family. In inside the apartments,
So
the
has
lowest.
the level of the water risen over the years?
1 meter and a half too.
Okay.
So very high sometimes. Not always, but sometimes, because Venice, unluckily.
Rubber boots?
Oh yeah, always. All the Venetians used to have rubber boots every time, and many times when it's time of a flood, we have a bag with the rubber boots inside, very often. So the Venetians don't live on the lowest
floor,
apartments,
no.
but on
Always
the
above.
yes. The few
I see the
Venetians
front seal.
remained, because it's not easy to find real Venetians here, because the bridges. So in total 118 islands connected by 400 bridges.
Wow,
So
very
it's
nice.
an amazing place, very strange. So you see many of these bridges now are very well built, but in the Alemanni, he fought against the Austrians, our enemies, and he was considered an hero. So this is the reason why still today you can see the statue of this very famous patriot of Italy and Venice, Daniele Manin. And the station is not a square, but a field
Yeah,
camp.
that's like the Spanish
Yeah,
campo.
because all the squares were covered with vegetable gardens, parks, and trees, and so everywhere you can always find the campo, fields, and not square. Just one is called the square, Piazza San Marco. Just one in Venice, in the city of
Is
Venice.
this a hotel here on the right, or I don't know what that is? People on
These
the
are
balcony?
private places. Look at the narrow streets here. All these streets, all these corridors are very narrow, and they are called calle. Calle is from callum, because it's a Latin word. Because all these islands were of Roman origins, so this is the reason why we use a lot of Latin words. 11 meters long. It is tilted slightly to the left, so we need just a single gondolier with a uniform. You see that all these gondolas are. Oh yes, you see that many times they are just hotels, because it's. You like selfie? And it's built along this very important channel, this connection between the two. Rialto and San Marco. So San Moisè is one of the most beautiful Baroque churches. Built in Venice, you can see a lot of Gondola, except one. It's covered with a sort of wooden. Yeah, and it's also Liago, but covered with wood and glass over there. And you can see many of those terraces all around Venice. It's typical of Venice.
These ones, people are still living in them higher up, or?
No, higher up, yes, many
not
times,
where
but
it's-
no. Now this is completely abandoned house, and
hear someone
Fenice
singing.
comes. Yes, it's because they are. Yes. Yeah. Many times, because this is the back of the Opera House Fenice, and Opera House the name many times. The last time was in 1996 because of an arson, because they wanted to take insurance. So they rebuilt the theater in 2006. Unluckily. And so this theater was built as it was and where it was, because it is a strict law of Venice. Always built where it was and as it was. Yes. And towers in Venice, so very
Busy bridge here.
Oh yeah. Yeah. This is, but this is one of the main bridge because this is a route between our hiring place for Gondola, Stazio,
Okay.
and San Marco. So it's
okay.
a main route, and this is the reason why you see a lot of people passing in between, up and down. So this bridge developed inside the ground. So it's a very strange way of, amazing. And if you think that it was in the 5th century, the beginning of Venice, when the people of the mainland escaped from the barbarian invasions, first of all from the Huns with Attila, and second populations the Longobards, they escaped here because the barbarians were very good warriors but not very good sailors. And so this was a very safe place. And so the beginning was in the 5th century. So not technique, just mind, very clever populations. So look at this church, Mary of the Earth. This is a votive church. And this church is supported by millions of wooden sticks put all together. So to support the weight of this big building, they needed of millions of wooden sticks. So under the platform here, developed inside the ground. So it's a very strange way of, amazing. And if you think that it was in the 5th century, the beginning of Venice, when the people of the mainland escaped from the barbarian invasions, first of all from the Huns with Attila, and second populations the Longobards, they escaped here because the barbarians were very good warriors but not very good sailors. And so this was a very safe place. And so the beginning was in the 5th century. So not technique, just mind, very clever populations. So look at this church, Mary of the Earth. This is a votive church. And this church is supported by millions of wooden sticks put all together. So to support the weight of this big building, they needed of millions of wooden sticks. So under the platform here,